This weakened the Abbasids further, isolating Egypt from Baghdad and elevating new Islamic warriors in Egypt and Syria who fought Crusaders effectively in the 12th century. Unlike Baghdad's corrupt caliphs, figures like Saladin, famed against Richard the Lionheart in the Third Crusade, 1189–1192, called after recapturing Jerusalem in 1187, founded the Ayyubid dynasty ruling Egypt and Syria from the mid-1170s. By Baybars's birth around 1223, an Ayyubid state fronted clashes with Crusader holdings. Baybars arrived as a slave in the mid-1240s amid constant flux. The 1240s saw more crusades restoring Christian power, like the 6th, 1228–1229, negotiating Jerusalem's return. Muslims faced Mongol incursions from the east, while Christians warred internally in Europe, diverting to Iberia, the Baltic, or conquering Byzantium in the Fourth Crusade, 1202–1204. Muslims retook Jerusalem in 1244, Crusader states weakened. This was Baybars's world as a young man. Muslim-Christian reluctance for holy war shattered when France's King Louis IX, a canonized zealot, vowed to retake Jerusalem, launching the Seventh Crusade in 1248, the largest since the Third. Backed by French nobility and the Church, Louis sailed in August with hundreds of ships and 22,000 troops. Crusader states welcomed it, but he targeted Egypt, Muslim powers' core. Conquering Jerusalem meant little without neutralizing Egypt, as Saladin's reinforcements had undone Richard. Louis planned to crush Ayyubids in Cairo, then march to the Holy Land. On June 5, 1249, after crossing via Crete, Crusaders landed at Damietta on Egypt's Nile mouth. Facing tens of thousands of Sultan's troops, they fought ashore, secured a beachhead, then marched south across the delta toward Cairo, ignoring advice to take Alexandria. Sultan al-Salih was campaigning in Syria but rushed to al-Mansura in the delta. He died November 22, 1249, from a leg abscess amputation. Distrusting his son al-Muazzam Turan Shah, he hadn't named an heir. His wife Shajar al-Dur, not Turanshah's mother, and Mamluk commanders hid his death amid invasion, using pre-signed blank papers for orders and preparing meals for the living sultan. She gave Baybars and Saif al-Din Qutuz command at al-Mansura. Thus Baybars enters 7th Crusade history. On February 8, 1250, Crusaders reached Tanis near al-Mansura. A traitor revealed a ford, they crossed. Louis's brother Robert, Count of Artois, ignored orders, charged, surprised Muslims, killed Commander Fakhr al-Din Yusuf. Seeing open gates, Artois stormed al-Mansura. Baybars, commanding inside, closed the gates, trapping them. Arrows and swords felled the Crusaders, Artois died in a house. Only 5 knights escaped. Baybars halted the Crusaders at al-Mansura, their farthest advance. Disease and attacks eroded them, supplies failed. Harried retreating north, Louis, dysentery-racked, trousers cut for relief, was captured. Ransomed for nearly 500,000 livres tournois, half France's annual income. A disastrous end. Baybars was pivotal. News of al-Salih's death broke, Turan Shah succeeded but clashed with Shajar al-Dur and Mamluks. He drank heavily, threatened them, alienating his military base. Demanding treasury and jewels from Jerusalem, he prompted complaints. Mamluks assassinated him May 2, 1250, last Ayyubid Sultan. Mamluks and emirs installed Shajar al-Dur as ruler with husband Aibak, first Mamluk Sultan in July 1250. Extraordinary. Slave warriors now elite. Opposed by Ayyubids in Aleppo and Abbasid Caliph in Baghdad, Mamluks named 7-year-old al-Ashraf Musa puppet sultan to avert war, demoting Aibak briefly. Syrian Ayyubids invaded January 1251, defeated near al-Salahiyah. Aibak used the boy as hostage, negotiated gains, Palestine, Gaza, Jerusalem, Syrian/Lebanese coast. Puppet imprisoned, Aibak resumed, naming Qutuz heir. Baybars stayed close to power but soon clashed with Aibak, who eliminated threats like Faris al-Din Oktay in 1254. Many Mamluks fled to Levant, including Baybars, supporting rebellions, e.g., 1255. Aybak died bizarrely in 1257, marrying Mosul's emir's daughter. Jealous Shah Jar al-Dur had him killed bathing. Son Al-Mansur Ali, 15, succeeded, killing Shah Jar al-Dur in revenge, ruling with Qutuz. Baybars built power in Syria. A new threat loomed, Mongols, whom Baybars knew from youth. After earlier raids, they turned to Middle East, sacking Baghdad January 1258 after brief siege, killing 30,000, trampling Caliph al-Mustasim. Panic spread. Qutuz deposed Ali, became Sultan. Baybars returned 1260, Qutuz welcomed, promoted him. Hulagu's envoys demanded surrender, from the King of Kings. Shatter your mosques. Kill your children. Qutuz executed them, heads on walls, war inevitable. Mongol terror was incomprehensible, merciless hordes from an alien east. Hulagu's cousin Monkey died 1259, civil war loomed. Hulagu left weakened army under Kitbuka. They sacked Aleppo 1260, subjugated Antioch, near Jerusalem, halted in Galilee by 20,000 Mamluks under Qutuz and Baybars. Battle of Ain Jalut, Baybars led vanguard, feinted to lure Mongols, fierce fighting, Mamluks outnumbered, killed Kitbuka. 10,000 plus Mongols dead. First permanent Mongol retreat, Mamluks took Syria to Euphrates, dominating Middle East barring coastal Crusaders. October 1260, returning, Qutuz hunted hares. Baybars requested Aleppo governorship for Ain Jalut role, refused. Kissing hand, signal, allies stabbed Qutuz. Baybars proclaimed Sultan October 24, 1260, mid-30s, ruling Egypt, Syria, much of Lebanon, Israel, Palestine, Jordan. Unlike predecessors, Baybars proved gifted. Secured Egypt, subdued Damascus Emir January 1261, allied Homs. Reinstated Abbasid Caliphate 1261 with puppet al-Mustansir for legitimacy, proclaiming himself Sultan of Muslim East in Cairo celebration. Accepted amid Mongol fears. Geared Egypt for war, rigorous training, 1,000 sword strokes/day, Mongol weapons, rebuilt fortifications. Targeted Crusaders, especially Mongol vassal Antioch. 1263, besieged Acre, 250 hospitallers, soft walls battered by siege engines. Surrender negotiated safe passage, Baybars enslaved them, paraded in Cairo, razed fortress. Infrastructure, roads, bridges, e.g., Lida with lion emblem, courier system, Cairo-Damascus in 4 days. Diplomacy, Byzantines, Golden Horde, Sicily, Aragon, Castile. Built mosque, appointed 4 chief justices. Banned wine 1271. Devout, hunted, polo, jousting, archery. Conquests, 1266 Artlet, Haifa, Safed. May 1268 Antioch, 1-day breach, total slaughter, defenders killed, women/children enslaved, churches burned. Up to 18,000 dead, 100,000 enslaved, debated, but massive. Learned Mongol psychological brutality. Allied Golden Horde, Muslim Nogai, 1268 for protection versus Ilkhanate. 1271, Croix de Chevaliers fell in a month, spared lives, repurposed. 8th Crusade, 1270 Louis to Tunis, died dysentery. 9th, 1271 Edward, future Edward I, arrived, allied Ilkhanate Abaka, but Mongols retreated. Baybars built fleet, attacked Cyprus, defeated. Edward negotiated 10-year truce May 1272, left September, achieved nothing. Truce allowed Nubia conquest, 1272 to 1276. 1277, invaded Anatolia, won Elbistan April 15 versus Seljuk/Mongols, but left wing collapsed, retreated on news of another army. July 1, 1277, Damascus, drank poison fermented drink, meant for another, died aged 50 to 54. Some say wounds. Buried in Al-Zahariya Library Mausoleum. Succeeded by 17-year-old son Baraka Khan from Itmishkatan, overthrown 1279 by Kalawan. Few rise from slavery to global power like Baybars. Born Pontic Caspian 1223, fled Mongols, enslaved, excelled as Mamluk amid 7th Crusade collapse of Ayyubids. Stopped Mongols 1260, seized power, unified Muslims, crushed Crusaders, Antioch 1268, etc. Acre fell 1291, ending Crusades, his foundation. Brutal tyrant murdering thousands? Or Islam's hero saving from Mongols and Crusaders? What do you think? Comment below. Thanks for watching.